Learning about effective job hunting is the most important thing you can learn as a virtual assistant, because no matter how capable you are as a VA, if you can't find client, nothing else matters. That is why in this video, I'm going to share with you everything I know about job hunting that actually works. We are going to cover how to prepare yourself, where to look for opportunities, and how to approach client the right way so that we have the best chance of getting hired. This video is divided into 3 parts. The first part is how to prepare yourself, and the second part is where to look for opportunities, and the third part is how to approach potential clients the right way. We are going to start with the first part, which is preparing yourself. In order to be able to find clients, you have to prepare yourself first. And in order to prepare yourself, you have to make sure you have the skills first. You have the skills that you want to offer to client. So learn the skills, know exactly what you want to offer to client. Are you going to be a general virtual assistant? Are you going to be a specialized virtual assistant or a niche focused virtual assistant? If you decide maybe to become a general virtual assistant, then you are going to need to learn data entry, email management, calendar management, basic social media management, things like this. So under preparation, this is the first thing. Figure out what you want to do and learn the skills so that you are capable of actually doing the job. Okay, after you know you are capable of doing the job, the next thing under preparation is have an attractive portfolio. A portfolio is just your personal showcase. It's like a showroom that a potential client can walk into, look at everything you have, and decide whether they want to work with you or not. An effective portfolio is going to have your nice smiling face, an introduction of yourself, your title, what you do, how you work, the type of client you serve, the type of work you do, any testimonial that you have, any relevant certification, and anything relevant that is going to convince a potential client you can do a work for them. There are many places to have a portfolio as a virtual assistant. You can create a portfolio on a freelancing platform, places like Upwork, Fiverr, and freelancer.com. You can create a personal portfolio on a website like Canva. You can create a Canva portfolio and share it with potential client. You can create a portfolio on a personal website, buying a domain name, web hosting, and building a personal website. These are some of the 3 places, the most popular places to have your portfolio. Okay, the next part is where to look for opportunities. You package yourself right and you know you have the skills to offer to client. How can you find the right opportunities as a virtual assistant? There are 3 key places to find opportunities as a virtual assistant. The first one is freelancing platforms. Freelancing platforms, the most popular ones are Upwork, Fiverr, and freelancer.com. I advise beginners to start with freelancing platforms because most people, if they want to hire a virtual assistant, they go to freelancing platforms. So the opportunities are there. The only main issue with freelancing platforms is they are very competitive. So in order to succeed with freelancing platforms, you have to be very patient. It will take some time before you figure out everything. But if you are able to build your career on a freelancing platform, you are going to have a lot more secure career as a virtual assistant. The next place that you can find clients as a virtual assistant is through referrals. If you know some business owners or if you know people who have exposure, you can share with them, you can let them know what you do, give them your portfolio, and ask them to refer clients to you. Those kind of people, if they have friends who are business owners or if they have friends who are starting businesses, they can recommend you to their friends and you will be able to get hired there. I get clients through referrals a lot, but I get clients through referrals after I build some relationship in the industry. Because I am in Nigeria, if you are in Nigeria or other African countries, it's harder to get clients through referrals because people here are not really hiring virtual assistant. So it will be very hard for you to get referrals. But if you know people who have exposure, then they can get you referrals. I am able to get referrals because I work for many people. When I work for one people and the person enjoy working with me, that person can refer me to someone else. So referral is a big one. And the next major place that you can look for opportunities is cold outreach or direct outreach. Cold outreach or direct outreach, it means you do an internet research, you find people who you believe they are going to benefit from your services, and you send them an email or a social media message or any kind of outreach to introduce yourself and introduce your services to them. This is cold outreach. Finding clients through cold outreach is a lot faster if you know how to do it right. A lot of people are doing cold outreach, but most of those people are doing it wrong. And if you do it exactly the way most of the people are doing it, your emails are going to end up in spam. Your social media messages are never going to get read. So if you want to find clients through cold outreach, you are going to have to spend a lot of time into learning how to do it right. Let me give you an example. If you are a virtual assistant, you want to support YouTube content creators, how can you find those kind of people? You can go to YouTube and search for people who have a medium-sized YouTube channel, because if they have a very big YouTube channel, they are probably not going to respond to you because they have a lot of people working for them. But a medium-sized channel, maybe they are thinking of hiring already, but they never get to hiring. You can go to their channel, find their email address, write an email, introduce yourself, list out everything you can do for them, include a link to your portfolio, and try as much as possible to convince them that you can do the job right for them. You can help them achieve something. You can go to Facebook and join Facebook groups that people who have YouTube channels hang out in. And if you see anyone's needing help or asking help with their YouTube channel in those groups, you can introduce yourself and let them know that you can help them do whatever they want to do. So this is called outreach. These 3 places are the best places to look for opportunities as a virtual assistant: freelancing platforms, direct outreach, and referrals. Okay, now we are going to move to the third part, which is how to approach your potential clients the right way. Let's say you do an internet research and you create a list of potential clients that you would like to work for them, and you believe they are going to benefit from your services. How can you approach this kind of people? Well, the first place is make sure you have a very good representation online. Make sure when someone finds you, no matter where they find you, they are going to be able to immediately understand what you do, understand that you are a real person, and they will not have doubt in speaking with you. Let me give you an example. Let's say you join Facebook groups and you see someone asking for help with their YouTube channel, and you decided to send them a message and introduce yourself. You send them a message and introduce yourself on Facebook, but they click. Anyone who you send a message to on Facebook, if they read your message and they feel interested, the next thing they will do before responding to you, they are going to check out your Facebook profile. And they check your Facebook profile and they see some random things on your Facebook profile, some totally unprofessional Facebook profile. They will feel a little more discouraged to ever respond to you. And so that is why it's very important to have a clear, good first impression. Make sure you have a Facebook profile, an Instagram account, a LinkedIn account that is clearly professionally created for your work, for your services. It doesn't have to only have like 4 tips to hire a virtual assistant, post like this that you generate from ChatGPT. You can post your pictures, you can post personal stuff, but make sure you avoid posting anything that is going to appear unprofessional, something political that have nothing to do with work. Anything that doesn't have anything that will give your potential client a bad impression of you, make sure to avoid doing that. And if you are reaching out to your potential client, make sure that is what they are going to find if they search for you online. If you are reaching out through email, make sure you are using a professional email. You don't have to use a domain name email like hello@sadiqumar.com. You don't have to. You can still use Gmail, but you can use Gmail professionally. My name is Sadiq Umar. If I want to use Gmail to do outreach, it will be a bad idea to use a Gmail that is sadiqumar1789@gmail.com. That doesn't look professional. But if I use sadiqumar@gmail.com, that is professional. If that is taken, I can use something like Sadiq Umar VA or Sadiq Umar Virtual Assistant or Sadiq Virtual Assistant at gmail.com. This is professional. And when potential clients look at that, they are going to understand you as someone organized. So the best way to approach your potential client is to present yourself right, so that no matter where they see you, they are going to have a clear, good first impression of you. If you are using freelancing platforms, Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer.com, make sure your profile is 100% completed. Those freelancing platforms have their own way that you can approach potential clients. For example, on Upwork, the way that you can approach potential client is if they post a job. If they post a job, you can read and send them a proposal. If it is on Fiverr, you can create a gig and wait for client to send you a message. And Fiverr can send you a brief, which is just a job description from potential client, and then you can send them a proposal. On freelancer.com, you can also search for jobs and send a proposal. So on freelancing platforms, your proposal is your first line of communication between you and the potential client. So in order to increase your chances of succeeding, you have to learn how to write an effective proposal, and you also have to have a completed profile. Every aspect of your profile looks completed, professional, not overtaken by AI. And if you go to my website sadiqumar.com, you will be able to find a free virtual assistant starter kit, which is going to give you the starter kit include the virtual assistant proposal template, so that can help you learn how to write a good proposal. I'm going to put a link in the description, but if you just go to sadiqumar.com, you will be able to find it and have free access to it. The bottom line is, this 3 part is what is going to help you look for jobs and apply for jobs the right way. But each part is going to take some time and learning. If you rush it, if you don't give it enough time into doing it right, you are not going to succeed. And even if you do everything right, it will take time before you see any good result, because virtual assistant is hard. If it is easy and straightforward, then everyone will do it and it will lose its value. And you can check out this next video to learn how to set up a professional portfolio as a virtual assistant. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.